Looks like we're finally making some progress in the market. Make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more content. So we finally have a 2 of on the market for Persona Shield tickets. I don't know why TCG Player has been, taking their time with getting these Persona Shield tickets up, but man, they've been dragging their feet. We do have the Blangmeyer user up for $69. And then it appears down here the only other one we have is the $300 one. Now, I do want to say, we do have new Persona Shield ticket generators coming into play here soon. We're going to have a couple people that are going to start wanting to pick these up. So do keep in mind, I would check eBay and cross-reference and see if you can find them over there, because a lot of them exist and they're a lot cheaper than you would be thinking that they would be. Next up is the state of Virena. Right now, the stuff is already going terminal, and now it's even worse off. Blades is $356. I will say, though, Esperidiers are very cheap now, which is good. $65 to $70 copies of FFRs. The Equip just does not exist either. $30 copies of Equip Rs for triple Rs, by the way. That's crazy to think about, but that's the state of the market. SRs are $40. Yeah, Bauer regular copies are $9. The biggest thing I'm going to tell you here when you're dealing with these is, be patient. And obviously, decide what you want to do. There's a lot of other things in the set, like the Trickstar and Swindies also just got wiped off of the market, which, you made a new Nirvana, man. I don't know what you wanted. The FFRs are, there's one cheap copy, but then they go up. The FFR for still up there. Oh wow, this is interesting. The EXs are down to 22s. That's kind of nice. I need to pick up some copies of those just to have them. The Bravern is $23. When you can get high rarity for cheap, it's always an absolute win. So yeah, keep an eye on Trickstar and Swindy and friends. Primordial Heartblaze. So with all of the clan icon stuff happening in Standard right now, Primordial has definitely gone up a little bit. I would actually, so it's very interesting to me because these are actually down from where they previously have been. Which, if you're planning on playing any of these particular decks here in the future with the clan icons and Standard, Primordial is probably going to be a card that you're going to want to have. Just because, it helps out. You're looking at $13 on up to 15 per copies of these. So, and what chunks you've had have actually moved at 13. I would not be surprised if this card hits $20 to $30 in the near future. It's really just going to depend on how the rest of the market is going to handle this, and so forth. But time will tell. One Night Witch Strega. We didn't, we got the deck for this, but it didn't really pop off. In a good positive direction, which is kind of interesting. But you're looking at 90s. FFRs are still 85, but these are much further down than they were before. $38 copies of the Trick or Treat versions. The Shop Regular Girls, I was the lowest, but yeah, they're moving on along. I am lowest on these, but interesting to say the least. Very, very interesting cards. The Nebula Order. Whoo-wee. We're under 100 right now. It's not what people want to hear. People want this card to be $25 like the Japanese counterpart. But it's not what our market is doing. And you can blame Bushi for printing this card in the expensive capacity that they did. I assume we will see another reprint for this. I don't know where, how now, Brown Cow, but we'll see where this goes. Scarlet Flames, these are ridiculous. If you are wanting, I don't blame people for just taking their play sets and just tossing them up right now. Unless you're trying to play the end, or unless you want to play the Dragonic Overlord Kai Icon deck, or Kai Icon, I don't think you want to spend this amount of money. It's not worth it to a sane person to want to come through here and go crazy on this. Like, I mean, congratulations, but like, whew. Solitary Knight Gancelot. So, this one's pretty interesting, because we've been seeing a lot of the decks in Japan. You know, the Aichi deck is just abusing this card, and it actually has been working out very, very strongly. Gancelot, I think, is one of the best cards that Bushi could have printed, and it does a lot for the deck. So good stuff. This one's still moving on along. Joyance Delivery L Deal. This one, this lyrical set really just, it crashed out a little bit harder than I really expected it to at this point. Because you guys remember on release, these lyrical cards were super expensive. You know, like the order was like $30 to $40. L deals, which, you know, I mean, this is what, at the end of the battle is boosted. If you dress up, play Norda's card, it goes into Soul Draws a card. I mean, like, this card's very good for what it does, but it's like, the market just said, nah, man. And this has been like the curse of a lot of this stuff. Like, these cards come in very strong, but then the reality situation is like, people just don't want to pick them up. And I mean, that's kind of the point here. Like, you made it so you have to have something without a clan icon to use this. That restricts its usability and makes people not want to pick it up. So that's where we are. Unparalleled Dragsilf Varga Drogress. You know, we're all kind of expecting a new Varga kind of pop out, or at least we want to see a new Varga come out. You know, we have the 3-episode mini little series coming up. We'll see, you know, who's going to be the winners. Because, you know, spoiler alert, I mean, she's back. I mean, I couldn't imagine that, you know, when you come to and you realize, oh, hey, you know, if she could fully control the Malworm state, you know, we unlock a new Varga. A lot of your player base would be very happy about that. But right now, you're looking at 21. These actually do escalate up to like 27 pretty quickly. And you know, the crazy part is I'm like right here. So we'll see how these go. Interesting. Oh my gosh, Alvinas. You guys remember when these were very expensive? Alvina was considered one of the more important cards that you needed. And look at current today's standards. You know, we've come down from the $40 price point that we had down to, you know, $26. I mean, it's a little bit better than what you kind of were expecting before, but, you know, I'll take it. Grimoire Lusticia. You know, I remember when I had one of these and we dumped it for like $700 and we regretted it, but we can actually pick them back up now for $415. It's crazy to see that, you know, this card has truly fallen as much as it has. Also, G Legend Aichi sealed. These are interesting. I'm actually surprised to see these on the market. $118 for these right now. And they've actually been selling. It's kind of cool. Also, DZBT 12. My God, 400. 475. Looks like these are kind of pushing down a little bit. All of your triggers in the world are the catch-all. $200 Ava Mujika critical trigger is crazy to see. Silhouette, I'm surprised people were really jumping for joy to pick these up. Like, I still am to this point surprised at like how much people wanted the Gigant Arms stuff just to have. Also, our little boy here, the Dragon Vortex, they did settle down to, we'll get down there eventually here when we wade through all the triggers and stuff, but how much are the arms? 70? They were doing decently well at some point. So, I will say, some of this stuff has been creeping on along. These are 44s now. It's pretty good. SRs are 54 and still kind of going on along. These are 45 and still kind of going. But yeah, in terms of your market, with how everything's going, I mean, it's what you would expect right now. Now, next week will be Chronojet and Uranus, and I expect some crazy things with that. So please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back at Learn Day, guys. Thanks for watching today's video. Check out tradingcardmint.com down below in the description. Enter MCOL40 on checkout, save a little bit of money on your purchase. Check out mcolgames.com if you're interested in getting some cool playmats and single trading cards as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications so you don't miss one of our videos. Thanks for watching.